We're back with another music reaction. It's your boy Deathfender. If you like this type of content, please like, comment, subscribe. I really do appreciate everybody coming and spending time with me. And if you have anything that you want me to react to, anything, doesn't matter what it is. Any bands, any songs, anything. This is going to be Ego, The Warning. Let's just get into it.
Intención jamás será la de ofender. Es algo que nunca logras entender. No puedo cambiar lo que decides ver. Ya lo intenté, ya me cansé. Piensas que me importa pero ni te oí. A mí no me sobra tiempo como a ti. Es que aquí seguimos pero yo me fui. Ya te leí, te dejo ahí. Diles todo, todo, todo. Mientras hablas, tú me pagas.
Okay, before they go to the chorus, I believe I'm gonna go back, but the feel to this, that industrial sound is pretty cool. It has a different vibe from some of the Warning songs that I've heard. It reminds me a little bit of like 90s industrial with hard rock and a little bit of maybe like K-pop, a little bit. Yeah. And then the breathing in there too, the inhaling, exhaling is pretty cool. Just to go back to the beginning again, there's a lot of little nuanced things in there that they use. Yeah, the whole beat and everything, it's cool the way they do that. Okay, do it again. And the breathing. Yeah.
Intención jamás será la de ofender. Es algo que nunca logras entender. No puedo cambiar lo que decides ver. Ya lo intenté, ya me cansé. Piensas que me importa pero ni te oí. A mí no me sobra tiempo como a ti.
And there's another instrument, another guitar, just doing a little different part. Maybe a guitar. Right about here.
Decides ver, ya lo intenté, ya me cansé. Piensas que me importa pero ni te oí. A mí no me sobra tiempo como a ti. Es que aquí seguimos pero yo.
Sounds like harmonizer. The vocals are cool. I can't speak Spanish. I did read the lyrics beforehand. I have an idea of what they're talking about. I'm not going to speculate on that. Sometimes when an artist writes a song, I'm completely off with what they're trying to get at.
Me fui, ya te leí, te dejo ahí. Diles todo, todo, todo. Mientras hablas, tú me pagas. Me digan que yo no puedo, siempre tomo lo que yo quiero. Yo no la pienso, no muerdo un ataque directo de no. Me digan que el regalado no es mi culpa que siempre gano. Ya se nota que le niego un ataque directo de si me odia.
Okay, that was cool. That definitely has like a new metal feel to it. The down-tuned guitars, the tone in there is really pronounced. It's guitar tone is a little different than what I'm used to. Let's go back to that.
Me digan que yo no puedo, siempre tomo lo que yo quiero. Yo no la pienso, no muerdo un ataque directo de no. Me digan que
This sound is massive. There's no spaces left. It's like the wall of sound. It's massive, but it's fairly simple, like rhythm wise. But I don't think that's the point of this chorus. Is more of, you know, the message of what they're saying. Getting at is the fact of the song being called Ego.
me digan que yo no puedo, siempre tomo lo que yo quiero. Yo no la pienso, no muerdo un ataque directo de no. Me digan que el regalado no es mi culpa que siempre gano. Ya se nota que le niego un ataque directo de no. Si me odias a mí, yo no quiero vivir así. Yo ya te advertí, yo no quiero vivir así.
That definitely has an industrial sound that boom, ba da, boom, boom, ba, and sounds like the guitar has the harmonizer and they have it detuned down even further. It's pretty crazy sounding. It gives it a lot more depth because you go to this spot that is really heavy, it's huge sounding, and then they go to that kind of sparse, don't da da, don't da. Pretty cool. And also the vocal harmony in that spot was awesome. How big this part is. Has a cool vibe to it. You've been warned. Yeah, that part sounds massive. And the guitar tone is a little different. It's got more of a fuzz sound to it, but the bass has got a little bit of overdriven sound to it as well. As far as instrument sound and everything, it's just huge. It really is. In a way, it kind of reminds me of some of the new metal acts, but only more modern. Yeah, for me, it just has like a nostalgic sound to it, like from the '90s, like a mixture of Nine Inch Nails and Seven Dust, music wise. But obviously, the feel and everything is completely different. I'm not saying they sound like those bands. I'm just saying that it kind of reminds me of musically a little bit because of the industrial sound, new metal kind of rhythm. I'm sure it's going to change. They always do that. They always have like a change in there where it changes things up. I want to go all the way back to the very beginning and just listen to it. And I'm going to comment on a few things that I probably missed. Like here, it has a lot of nuance to it. And how the drums come in.
Lo que decides ver, ya lo intenté, ya me cansé. Piensas que me importa, pero ni te oí. A mí no me sobra tiempo como a ti. Es que aquí seguimos, pero yo me fui. Ya te leí, te dejo ahí.
Okay, at the beginning, sparse. They build it up. The drums come in after the intro. The intro's kind of got like a metronome feel, like that don't da don't da, and the breathing and everything. The guitar, after a measure or two, it sounds like they doubled it up a little bit, and it's a little bigger sounding. And I think even the way they mix the bass is more overdriven. I'm just trying to pick out the things that think I'm hearing. And the vocals are cool. I wish I got a lot of friends that speak Spanish, and I've learned like very little over the years. You know, it's like I have Bosnian family members. I don't speak Bosnian that much ever anymore. So there's so many words that I can't, like, if they called me right now, it'd have to be all in English. So I mean, I don't know what it is. All right, go back just a little bit. Because what I'm getting at is they keep building up. Okay, the song keeps building along with the way the vocals are too. They add more to the vocal with the harmonies, and then they take away, and then they add more and they take away. It's like a build it up and then bring it back down. Gives a lot of dynamics, and obviously, a lot of people would say, "Well, it's stating the obvious." It is.
Es que me importa, pero ni te oí. A mí no me sobra tiempo como a ti. Es que aquí seguimos, pero yo me fui. Ya te leí, te dejo ahí.
Like right here, they built it up more. Yeah, when they get to that part, bring it down again.
Yo no quiero vivir así. Yo ya te advertí. Yo no quiero
That's like a
vivir así. Si te digo
Yeah, the part that I'm talking about with the new metal is it's got a rap quality to it with the rhythmic part and the vocals singing rhythmically with the music itself. That's what a lot of new metal really was. Had a lot of elements of different music. That's why I said it reminds me of like some new metal acts. It also has some industrial sounds in there too, along with the rock vibe to it.
A mí, yo no quiero vivir así, yo ya te advertí. Yo no quiero vivir así. Si te digo y no me escuchas, mi voz se pierde en la lucha. Al final de cuentas que la culpa sobre ti. Yo te advertí, yo te advertí.
I like that the quick opening and closing with the hi hat. That part has like that dum da dum da da dum da dum da dum da dum. Change up the guitar part just a little bit, the tail end. That dun 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 dun. I think it was a little different. The first hook was slightly different. Same rhythm, but added a little bit more to it. The guitar tone's a little different. That reminds me of Tom Morello a little bit. Yeah, it definitely has a new metal, it kind of like alternative feel in there as well. Polina, where she's doing the snare roll there, doing her paradiddles. All right, let's see. I think we're done here. Right there. Okay, and then they go just with the bass, with that distorted bass sound. That's what I was talking about. This time, it doesn't just have gain on it, it has full distortion. Lo que ustedes quieran, espero que yo me digo que yo no puedo siempre todo lo que yo quiero, yo no lo reviso, no muerdo un ataque directo, no me digan que el regalado no es mi culpa que siempre gano, ya se nota que le niego un ataque directo, I like how they bring that part back too. Danny's almost like playing a DJ part on her guitar that sounds like a mixture of pick scratching with maybe, I'm guessing, with whammy pedal. Because I know she's was talking about using one and not very often, but at times. Let's go back a little bit. Nice roll. Okay. To me, it had a lot of elements that you would have in new metal, like in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s. It's fairly straightforward, but it also had a lot of dynamics and it had a lot of cool guitar tones and a lot of cool bass tones, a lot of rhythmic elements, a lot of industrial as well, like kind of like a rapish feel in the verses. And I like the breakdown. They didn't try to do anything guitar solos or nothing, but the did some cool guitar sounds that made everything kind of breathe and made it feel, I don't know, it just went with it, right? That's good songwriting when you're not trying to overdo anything. We're not trying to cram a shredding guitar solo in a spot that doesn't fit. This didn't have that. This had a lot of things in there that simple concepts, but when you do it the right way, it really works. And this is a great example of that where they did things that really worked. And I liked it. I'm going to be honest though, overall, because it's in Spanish and I wasn't 100% sure if they're talking about being in a relationship where somebody feels like they're being outdone, or because like an attack on somebody's ego, even though it's not, or maybe it is. There's a lot of different ways you could look at it, I suppose. They're multilingual. They could sing in Spanish, they could sing in English. At this point in time, they could probably do just about anything, really. And the fact that they don't keep trying to write the same song over and over and over. A lot of bands fall into that trap. This is something that the Warning doesn't seem to be doing. They seem to be kind of like mixing things together in different ways you don't expect. And I like that. All right. Anyway, peace.